Hello, my name is Alasdair Selmes. I am on the full stack course and have just completed the React Native part of that. I'll be moving on to the backend part next week. And my Graduate with Honours project is a React Native app called TheMusicExchange, which lets musicians find everything they need locally all in one place. And the background for that is really my experience of searching through Facebook, Facebook Marketplace, different Facebook groups, meetup groups, Craigslist, and even physically going to music stores, record stores, and venues to try and find the information I needed about the local music scene. So hopefully this app will bring all of that into one place for anyone coming into town locally. So we'll start off in my home component, and if I reload the app here, you'll see I'm pulling some featured musicians, featured equipment and instructors and gigs from my JSON server. And each of those I put in a separate component. So render musician, render instructor here. And I'm using a draw navigator. So in my main component, you can see I've got my different navigators, which are all going to be stack navigators. And then scrolling down, I have my main navigator, which is the draw navigator. So we have a login component, which isn't doing a great deal right now. If I hit the remember me and hit login, it'll remember my details, but that's about it right now. I'm hoping to add a registration tab on here so people could register and sign up for the app too. I have a directory here to browse the gear equipment, and if I click on an item, I have more details and some functionality, so I can share socially. I can message the seller of the item, and if I put a test message in and hit send, I'll have a little alert pop up to tell me that it's been sent. And I can also add this to my favorites or saved items. And here is the info component. So you can see I have a handle submit with an alert for sending the message, for example, for marking the favorite here. And if I go to the favorites component, or saved items as I'm calling it, you can see the item pop up there, and I can use my gestures here to delete the item if I want to. I also have directories for instructors, which looks very similar. Musicians, which has the same functionality, and gigs. I've also implemented a search bar, which along with the Redux was the other big challenge, as this took a lot of Googling around, reading documentation, but got it working in the end. And I can now search for venues or gigs available by location by typing in the search box here. And that is using the search bar from React Native Elements. I also have a contact component, contact page here, where I can send an email. I have a send mail function there. So this should send an email to the Music Exchange with Gmail, which, because this is the emulator, isn't set up yet. And I used map view from React Native Maps to render this view of the town that we're in, Sioux Falls here in South Dakota. So thank you for viewing my project. The future of this is hopefully to be able to convert it to using an actual database. I would also like to implement my search component on these other directories that I have in gigs. And obviously updating the styling, as I'm not quite happy with how these are looking right now, but that's all for the future. Thank you.